It's really important for us to practice our traditional burning, as it is one of our customs, and that's how our mob, managed the land. They burnt it to keep it open and easy to get through, and they burnt it to make certain species of plants more abundant. The edible foods like the yam daisies and the chocolate lilies and stuff like that.
So today we're starting the first burn as part of a 5-year project. It's the Coastal Connections project, which is looking at protecting Australasian bitterns as one of the key endangered species. So through this project we're working with traditional owners to do burning of habitat. And today we're on the property owned by Windamara Aboriginal Corporation, and we've got Gunijmara traditional owners here leading the burn with the CFA and DELP. We've also got BirdLife Australia here, and we've got some ecologists from La Trobe University sort of all working together to look at how burning these reed beds in these wetlands is going to improve the habitat for the bittern. So yeah, really big partnership project really.
In Australia, not a lot of burning of reed beds has been done for the Australasian bittern. A lot of work's been done overseas. The reed beds themselves, over time, they build up a lot of a mulch layer low to the ground, which tends to dry out the habitat and stop things like eels, fish, frogs from getting right in around the base. The burn will open the habitat up so the bitterns can actually access the areas easier, and it stops them from being choked up.
They nest around about October, so if we do the burn today and get some of the area cleared, they have easy access to the scrub behind us, and then they'll be able to build their nests and lay their eggs around October.
As a mob, as traditional owners, we've been wanting to burn out here for a bit in the reed beds to knock them back down. When the water starts to flow back through, there's all traditional eel traps that are through here, and that feed into this system where we're burning. It might fill up with eels, and it'll certainly make it easier access for when the mob come out looking for eels at night time, slashing with a torch and spear and stuff like that, which will be good.
Yeah, you can see how high the reeds are grown, and we had to try and pick a good day to get it burning. There's not too much wind, because if you had too much wind it'd just take off.
Volunteer at Hayward. I've went up and done a traditional burning course up in the Gulf at Doomadgee to learn all about traditional burning. That's why I've got involved down here to try and help out the traditional owners here to succeed in getting some of their burns done. We started off burning around the building here as an asset protection. And then gradually worked our way around the fire, just using firelighters in this case because the conditions weren't quite right for just using matches. That come in handy just to have the firelighters to get a bit more heat into it to achieve the burn that we wanted.
It's something that's happened for 60 to 130,000 years in our culture, and it's really a privilege to be there today and see the young fellas taking part in it and putting a lot into it. They are too, because they're enjoying it, and it's a spectacular thing to happen for them, and it takes them back to their traditional grassroots levels.
Part of the project engaged an ecologist to monitor the vegetation, so he's done some monitoring pre-burn and do some monitoring post-burn, and we'll be able to see the effect that we're having on the wetlands here with the burning and that, which will be really good.
I'm very excited to be working on this project because it's one of the first burns in a Phragmites wetland within Australia, and it's going to be interesting to see how the vegetation responds to a burn at this time of year. I've got a number of loggers buried out in the site which will measure the fire temperature and fire burn time and fire intensity as well in these wetlands. Along with the fire behaviour monitoring, I'm looking at the vegetation response to the fire as well. So I've got a number of quadrats and transects where I've looked at the species diversity and the structure of the wetland, and I'll compare that both before and after the fire to look at vegetation recovery.
To do burns like this and have a bit of scientific evidence that we've been getting here today will help prove that this is the way to go. I see that the CFA has a big part in helping the traditional owners achieve some of their burns that need to be done around the country. There's a lot of burns not getting done due to the restraints that we've got on us now. So to help the traditional owners do some burns is a big part of helping to bring the land back to the way it should be.
and it's the first time that there's been a burn here for quite some time, since white settlement. But I have to go back to the things that prevented us from doing that right up till today. We've nearly had to forego our cultural practices to fall within lines of what we could and couldn't do under the structure of white settlement and non-Indigenous policies. And today we have a partnership with the fire crew and our traditional Aboriginal rangers. It's a partnership that's going on in hand with helping each other to do the burn.
Yeah, bringing all agencies together, it's really significant because they're all trying to achieve, one goal, and that's, burning on country.
So it's really important that we build our capacity to look after country and do this cultural burning. So it's really important to have these partnerships to build that capacity. And we're also having government agencies that want to learn our fire stick farming and about our ways of doing cooler burns and mosaic burning, because it's better for country in regards to where they do their back burns and just let it run real hot. You're destroying habitat and you're killing trees. Where if you can do cooler burns, it cleans up the country without killing the trees, which is really important as well.
So it's going to be really interesting to see the results of this project, and there's a lot of people who are interested in looking at how the cooler burns actually enhance wetlands through traditional burning practices.
Oh yeah, she's kicking now. You can feel her back here. You can hear it whistling. Yeah.
Hot enough to dry itself out.
Yeah.